versus Everton. This game could be a potential title decider, and Arsenal have the chance to go 10 points clear at the top of the table. This is the Arsenal Pulse, and today we want to dive deep and look at the analysis for this game. So, Everton is one of the best teams in the league away from home, and in our previous encounter at the Dickinson Stadium, let us look at how that game went in the Hill Dickinson Stadium in the last game. So this game was very, very tight, and it was decided by a penalty. So let us just look at the highlights. You can see there was a clear handball by the Everton defender. So after VAR check, they decided to give a penalty to Arsenal. That was a clear handball by the defender there, so we were given a clear penalty. Yeah. And Victor Gyökeres, block 9. He scored, managed to give us the 3 points. So it was a 1-0 win, very difficult game, and we managed to get the 3 points in that game. Fantastic win. So you can see this game was very, very tight. Let us see some of the highlights. But we managed to create some chances, like that one from Saka. It was cleared by the defender. And you can see we did have some chances to actually kill this game off. And that 1-0. So this was another chance. Rice into the box. Trossard hitting the post again. So this is a game that we could have won even 2-0, 3-0. But we were not clinical enough. And that is one of the criticisms that we have been facing this season as Arsenal, that we are not finishing chances. We are not ruthless enough in front of goal. Yeah, you can see we had a lot of attacking chances. Zubimendi then hitting the post. So you can see that we have been creating plenty of chances in games, but we are not able to finish these games up. So that was the game, Arsenal versus Everton, and tomorrow we are going to be playing at the Emirates. So let's look at the standings and the fixtures. So first and foremost, let's look at the previous game which we played and the head-to-head. So the last result for Arsenal, let's look at the last result for Arsenal. And you can see we drew 1-1 in the Champions League with the Bayern Leverkusen. So that was a 1-1 draw. Kai Havertz managed to score the goal. So let's check Everton, how they performed in their last match. And you can see Everton have been resting for over 11 days. They have not played any game because they were not involved in the FA Cup. Meanwhile, we had to play Mansfield Town and away. Then we had to play Bayern Leverkusen away. So we have been playing a lot of games this month. So let's check the last result for Everton. They managed to beat Newcastle, and they managed to beat Everton. Since they lost to Manchester United, they have had 2 wins in a row. So this is a team that is clearly on form. And if we look at the standings, Everton are not a very joke team. This is a team that can actually cause us serious problems tomorrow. We have to be very careful. So you can see Arsenal, we are still top of the league, 7 points, and Everton are 8th in the league with 43 points. So in the Premier League, anything can happen. Any team can beat any team. And if you check the away form, this is something I wanted to point it out. Everton are one of the best away forms in the league. They have won 7 games away from home. They have lost 4 and they have drawn 3. So this is a team that is very is on form. You can see their away form. They have not lost away from home in 5 games. So this game is going to be very tricky for Arsenal, and as well because this team also has a reputation of having set pieces. They like to use set pieces, as you can see in this post. in the game against Manchester United. You see how they were harassing the keeper, and this is something that also fans have been complaining the way Arsenal has been harassing keepers in the corner kicks. So tomorrow, what I expect, set pieces is going to play a big part in this game tomorrow. So I want to check what does it mean in the context of the titles, because tomorrow, let me check in the context of the title race. What does this mean? Because tomorrow both Arsenal and Manchester City are going to play, and you can see our game is going to be at around 7:30, 8:30. 7:30 is going to be at 8:30, because tomorrow Man City is playing and also Arsenal is playing. And as you can see in the Champions League, Manchester City lost 3-0 to Madrid, of which I was also surprised. I was thinking that Man City will beat Real Madrid, but Real Madrid in the Champions League, they're the king of the Champions League. They managed to beat Manchester City, and us, we managed to do 1-1. Bodo Glimt is the likely team we're going to face, and this team is dangerous. I've been telling people Bodo Glimt is not a team to joke with, and we need to deal with Leverkusen in the second leg in the quarterfinals. So Manchester City will also be thinking about the game versus Real Madrid. Let me check the game that we are going to play on Saturday. We are going to be facing first we are going to be playing meanwhile, let's check the prediction. So if you can see, in our last game, we managed to get out of Leverkusen with a 1-1 draw. And this guy, Moyes, is a very experienced manager when it comes to Premier League football. So he's not coming to joke or give us points. He's coming to actually take points away from us. So I want us to quickly look at the context of the titles, because if we win this game, if you can manage to win this game, we are actually going to be in a very good position. Let me zoom out a bit. Yeah, Saturday, because we are playing on Saturday, we have to actually look at how we are going to ensure that we actually go 10 points clear. Check the Premier League. So you can see this is the Saturday fixtures. These are the fixtures for the weekend. So one advantage we have is that we are playing ahead of Manchester City. Manchester City will be playing at around 11:30. Yeah, so this one is PST time, but we have an advantage because we are going to be playing before Manchester City, and we need to put pressure on them since we are already 7 points clear at the top of the table. We need to put severe pressure on Man City and make sure it is 10 points clear. So the pressure is also on us, so that we can see whether Man City can respond with a win. And if Man City don't win or they draw against West Ham, I believe that will be the title race will be over. So you see this, we are already 7 points clear of Manchester City. If we win, we are going to be 10 points clear, and Man City will be still not playing. So this could be a title decider for Arsenal. And you can see that also Man City will be looking at the Champions League. They are going to face Real Madrid, meaning they'll rotate players. Arsenal, we might as well rotate players. So let us look at the Everton lineup. This is the predicted lineup for Everton. You can see they have Pickford, one of the best keepers in England, Tarkowski, Braithwaite, O'Brien, Michaelenko. This is a defense which is very solid. Ghana and Ghana. So this is the Ghana who won the AFCON with Senegal. And then they have Diaye, who also won AFCON with Senegal. They have Jules Bihol, who came from Chelsea, and they also have McNeil, who came from Burnley. And then striking up front is Barry. So this is a very good team and can cause serious problems if we are not careful tomorrow. So let us check our predicted lineup. Trossard is expected to be fit for tomorrow. He missed the Bayern Leverkusen game with a knock. And also Ben White and Calafiori are expected to be back. The only possible player will be out is maybe Odegaard. He's still not fit. Bukayo Saka was hooked off in that game. And I expect tomorrow Madueke to start because he has been producing the goods of late. I believe that Madueke should start, but because of the set pieces threat and the delivery from Saka, that is what may make Saka to start tomorrow. So this is the predicted lineup. You can see there is White, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori. This can be the rotation that Arteta goes with. Rice and Zubimendi cannot rotate because we don't have any midfielders that can play. Merino is injured. Odegaard is also injured. So we don't have the options to rotate Rice and Zubimendi at the moment. But maybe Nogard can start. I believe he should start with Madueke instead of Saka because Saka was very poor. Eze should keep his number 10 spot, and Martinelli, if Trossard is fit, I believe we should start with Trossard because he's more. Martinelli is just not a starter for us and for me. According to my opinion, Martinelli should not be starting. And Havertz can lead the line up front of Gabriel Jesus. So for me, my prediction, I'm going to go with 3-1 to the Arsenal. I believe we're going to win 3-1 because this is a game that we have to win. It is a must-win game. If you look at the context here, we have to win this game and put pressure on Manchester City. That will be the motivating factor. And also, if you look at this game, we are going to be back home at the Emirates. You know, we have played a lot of games away from home, so that also could be kicking in the players' mind. We have missed our fans. Tomorrow, all of the fans will be behind this team. We want to create an atmosphere that is going to actually ensure we win this game because this is a very, very important game for us. So my prediction is 3-1, and I believe that this game will be won on set pieces because Everton will come to pack the midfield. As you can see in this squad, they are going to pack the midfield here in the center, so there is not going to be any space for us. So the only way we can break this time down is through the set pieces, through the dead balls. We have to take these chances and we have to be ruthless enough. So this is the Arsenal Pulse. Subscribe if you are new. Let's build a community of Ghana's fans. Match previews, injury updates. We'll be doing all of that stuff here. And as you can see, people are still complaining about the corners, but we are going to do. Yeah, I don't think the Premier League will ban these corners because this is something that is going to happen until the end of the season. Then they change the rules. But I expect also Everton, they are going to come and harass our goalkeeper like this. But this is not good. But anyway, this is football, and every team is trying to win. And let's look at their fixtures. Next fixture is going to be Bayer Leverkusen at home. So we're going to have Bayer Leverkusen at home, and that is the return leg of the Champions League round of 16. So I believe tomorrow Arteta will rotate. He'll rotate some players because that game is very important. The Champions League we have to go through, and then we have to think about Manchester City on Sunday in the EFL Cup final before we go for the international break. Then we'll come and face Southampton in the FA Cup. So this week could be defining for our season because we are playing in 3 tournaments. So that is going to be a defining factor for our season because we can either be in 3 competitions with 1 trophy, or we can be out of 2 competitions, 0 trophies. But for me, it's a must-win game, and we have to perform. So let's check this highlight again, because I believe tomorrow we have to be ruthless. We have to ensure that we kill the game off. If we get the early goal, make sure we kill the game. So you can see there's always the pushing and the shoving is always there. Yeah. So this is something that will not stop. Yeah. So I believe that we have to ensure we do our part in the game as well, take our chances, ensure that in that midfield we try to play the ball quickly, we try to one touch football. Yeah, we don't want to play this boring bland of football. Yeah, so Joker is expecting tomorrow to be on top of this game. He has to score tomorrow, and we need him. We need him. We need him. Yeah, so this is the Arsenal Pulse. Subscribe, share, and follow. And Yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Peace.